You want? I don't know.
Back here or something, just to get the mic on the go.
So 2007, I was playing in another band in Truro, Nova Scotia. It was more like a post-punk, angular sort of thing, which was cool. I also like to write much more melodic songs, so I had this little side project that eventually became Kestrels. So we started recording with a totally different, myself and two other guys, recorded a 7-inch at my apartment at the time, and played some shows locally. And I had a little bit of a following, that version of the band deconstructed, I guess, and we sort of found our membership over the last, say, 3 years probably, put out records, gone on tour. So I guess this version of the band has been together for 2 years. Devin didn't record on our last record, but he toured, did all the touring for it. And he was in the band briefly for like 2 or 3 shows in 2008 or 2009 or something. Yeah, but about 2 years we've done like the big, we've gone overseas, we've done international touring.
In England?
Yeah, so 3 shows.
Cool.
Part of this Liverpool Sound City Festival, and then 2 shows there, and then a show in Camden Town in London.
That's sweet.
Shows start early. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shows are like, like they start at 7, they're done at 11.
Mm-hmm.
It's different. We don't write our songs in the same room.
Yeah, it was like we were. I guess initially we were a band like many bands that just did a lot of practicing. Maybe not a lot of like output from the practicing, like a lot of doing all the same things. And for me personally, I didn't really like, just sort of spinning tires. So we kind of work in the sense that I usually write a demo version of a song, send it to the band, then we work out the arrangements to everyone's satisfaction, and that has been far more fruitful than sort of how we did it before. The other thing that I think is kind of unique to this band is there are a lot of alternate guitar tunings, which kind of force you to a fresh perspective on sort of your stock songwriting skills or whatever. So that's sort of, especially on this new EP and the newer material, having Devin on board on these recordings for the first time. He's such a thunderous bass player that it's allowed the guitar to be a bit more out there, which we couldn't have done before. So I guess maybe the answer to the question ultimately is find the proper membership for the musical vision you have, because when you're playing shorthanded or whatever, it really hinders the process.
That was a lot of fun to record. We really went back to the drawing board and really kind of tried to relearn, our understanding of the recording process to really make sure that the finished product was really what we wanted. We had done a lot in the past of the recording ourselves. We worked with a much better studio this time. We went to the Dream House in Toronto and worked with Alex Bonenfant, who recorded the Mets record and July Talk. He was a great engineer. He just had a great understanding. He really helped bring out good performances and really capture the sound really well. And the DIY certificate is great, and it just, we needed to really get more out of our sound. So we worked with Claudius Mittendorfer at Atomic Heart Studios in New York as well, and he mixed EP, which was great, and then Sterling Sound mastered EP as well, so it really helped the finished product. Yeah, so we show booked on our last, most recent tour in Flemington, New Jersey, and the day of the show, the space it was going to be in a local venue. It got shut down because it wasn't up to fire code spec. So the guys that booked the show obviously realized that they're screwed last minute.
Yeah.
They knew one of the town councilors. So in Flemington, New Jersey is where they had the Lindbergh baby trial.
Yeah.
So if you look that up, that's an iconic piece of American history, and they had this epic case in this courthouse, and the council's well, they don't use it anymore other than just for tours and random crap. Just have it in the courthouse. So I think that was the first and last show that's ever going to happen in the Flemington, New Jersey courthouse. It was awesome. The room sounded amazing. Tons of people came out. Sweet
awesome.
band. So that was a wicked show.
That's
just
awesome.
Totally bizarre playing in a courthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just laying down the law.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of them come to St. John's. It's too bad, we were here for such a short period of time. I wanted to jump in the ocean, but
Yeah, not the harbor though.
if I could like maybe it would like help me like grow like a third arm for drumming. No, I mean it's just like it's awesome coming here. Haven't played like a ton of like East Coast like or Atlantic Canada shows like on our most recent tour, but like this last little run has been great, and it's awesome. This fall, you know, we've got Pop Explosion and a couple more shows.
Putting out the new album, and you also might plan a tour, like to tour that album.
Totally.
When's that album expected to drop? And then I guess like, do you kind of have a vision for where the tour is going to be headed? Or?
Yeah, it's like 90% done at the moment. It's got to get mixed, so that's sort of what we're working on in fall. They'll probably come out. My guess would be like April next year, maybe February. Somewhere between February and April. And it's, you know, we worked very hard on it, and it sounds very, very good. So we're going to tour it as much as we possibly can.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well.